Hello everybody, welcome back to Empires of the Undergrowth, and today we're trying to rock this Rising Tide 2.1 mission because it's been requested, and honestly it's pretty tough. It's been a while since I've really truly played this mission on Impossible, and I've had a few goes, but I think we're going to get there this time. So let's jump into, we can do arcade or campaign, either one doesn't matter. What you can do is remix mode here. You can get Rising Tide, so you can do it on Impossible difficulty. Now, if you do use remix mode over story, you're going to have to customize the colony, only because they give you wood ant mortars, and you don't want wood ant mortars. What you want is the wood ants with the rapid fire. That's personally what I use to overwhelm those pesky spiders, because your artillery shells kind of don't really do a lot. The spiders dodge them. So, yeah, make sure you have your rapid fire wood ants. As you can clearly see, there's nothing else upgraded. We are going to go into it. You will see me start talking really quickly because a lot will be happening very quickly, but don't worry, we got you covered. First things first, we're going to want to make 13 ants very, very, very quickly. Okay? So here we go.
This Formica rufa wood ant queen has laid her first brood in a burrow near the sea.
So what I like to do
Her nest
is nice and early on, just plant some ants in here.
Hapless morsels washed in by the tide.
And what these two here are going to be, they are going to be running the nest for you just to start with, nice and early on.
Stockpile what they can while they can.
So get yourself making some stews. Make sure you stand your lot there like so as well. Just make sure that you're constantly gathering this. Even if you just get one ant on it, doesn't matter, but you want to try and get all four rocking and rolling as soon as you possibly can. There we go. Just dig that out there as well, because you're going to need that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to run a couple more food tiles. Like so. And that's all good to go. Okay. So make sure this is control group 2, make sure that's control group 1, ensure you have a good amount of food tiles here. You're going to be upgrading them a little bit later. I like to upgrade one quite early. Okay, get yourself outside. Your nest group wants to grab this one, and your big group wants to grab this one.
Tiger beetles frequent the higher ground, and they will make quick.
We've got to turn the narrator down just a touch more, because it's just a little bit too distracting. What we want to do is we want to get ourselves down to here to be gathering this food, but also avoiding these horrible beetles over here. But first, make sure that you've gathered all of this over here, because you're going to need it. And then you're going to keep focusing on building out your workers, okay? Ensure that there's some in here, which are going to support this nest group, and ensure you get enough workers rocking and rolling down this beach. I'd just keep building them out, honestly. Like so. Okay. What you got to do is make sure that your combat is turned off twice. Now, for this down the beach here, you basically only get 2 shots at this. And before night starts, before the tide starts flooding in. So the reason why you turn combat off is so that you don't bother this ant colony. They are very annoying. You don't want to fight them. You don't want to have issues with them. Just want to ensure that you get yourself nice and tucked away. I see a good opportunity here, so we're going for it. Whether it's a good or bad idea, because this one is coming up the beach. Quickly, 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 quickly. Yep, that's great. Run. Run, 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 run. Uh-oh. 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 He's going to follow us all the way up the beach now. Oh, no. Leave me alone! Yes! Okay, we're good. Alright, that's fine. What you want to do is when you're placing your ants, when you reset them, you want to place them here. Yes, we took some losses there. Fortunately, that tiger beetle did not follow us up the beach, which is a problem, and will happen. What we want to be doing is gather ourselves up all nice and neat here. Now that you've got 19 lots of the workers coming in, like so, what we're going to be doing is we're now going to be focusing on our gunners. Just ensure that you start spending on your artillery, because you're going to need them. You can do something like that, I think. Okay. Down the beach we go. Get a fucking move on. Go, go, go. In fact, I'll take one of these off just for the sake of it. What have we done here? Yeah, you want to get down and have another run at this. No, were there placed? Please go down. Nope. Okay. We gotta wait, we gotta wait, we gotta wait. It's gonna go past, it's gonna go past. He's gone. We're going. We're going, we're going, we're going. Oh, this one's coming up the beach. Nice and quick. You can see it down here. I'm trying to grab it anyway. Oh, this is a disaster. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Run away, run away. This is the horrible part about this. So you have these horrible beetles with the stupid RNG. Oh my god, we got quite lucky there. And that's enough for gathering there. What you're going to do is set yourself up in here nicely. If you really think that you can early on try and grab this, but it isn't essential. Just ensure that you get stuck in here. What you're going to do next is go up and grab this lot here once you get your ants all bunched up nicely again. Ensure that your ants are bunched up. When they trickle feed down the beach, just in like one long conga line, what you tend to have is all these ants will start picking off your troops, and it gets very bloody frustrating very quickly. Right, you're going to start spending on your troops. Go. Now we could have an opportunity to go and grab another lot, but I don't think you're going to make it on this day, so I never do a third run. I get 2 runs out. That's normally all you're going to be able to get, just with how it's working. Okay. So, let's keep going up here and just keep gathering. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, just completely ignoring these bastards. Yeah. Just keep running. Keep gathering. Keep gathering. Keep gathering. There's like a whole bunch of food here. Cool, that should be more than enough there for that food. Right, what you're going to do is get yourself over to here. Just going to ignore this lot. Just don't bother with them. Right. We've got ourselves gathered up here. What we're going to do is be grabbing this. Because we are going to end up trying to clear the nest, or at least segments of it, as quickly as we possibly can. So grabbing food here early on is definitely going to be key. And you just wanna keep rolling. Want to avoid any of these tiger beetles, so you don't want to get too close to this stuff. But this group of food here, we should be able to grab without a gigantic issue. What we got to keep doing now is we've got to keep punching our workers. Yeah, just ignore it, just ignore it. Right, okay, we've grabbed that much. What we're going to do is we're going to regather our forces again. Because again, you need to group them up, otherwise they end up getting absolutely mullered. Right. Okay, beautiful. So, the tide's going to rise again. And that's fine because it's only going to go up to here. So now our big group, again, is going to be going and grabbing a whole host of food here, which is fantastic. So that is a good start, okay? Yeah, just keep going, just keep going. Just grab the food, ignore the guy. Ignore the guy, we don't care about that. Yeah, just grab this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so you want to grab the big numbers first. Okay, that's enough of that. Right, what we're going to do is going to do a very risky strategy. We're going to attempt to grab this food from here. So you have these horrible lot tend to gather up and be a complete pain in the dick hole. But we should be fine to go. Alright. Yeah, I can afford another 2 of you. Okay. 3s gather up. They're going to come in here and we're going to open this pocket up right here. Alright, we've got to get ready. We've got to be careful here. 3s have your combat and your food on. Let me just make this a touch wider. Go, 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 go. Oh, shoot them! Okay. We've got to get ready. Go. Oh, I think we managed to grab this. Yes, we did. Okay. What we're going to do is set ourselves up outside here. Run, run. In the nest, in the nest. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Oh, God, you're terrifying. You see this problem? So this is the risk that you incur. However, you do recover your losses quite nicely. Now, we do have a good bunch of ants here. What we need to do... There we go, thank you. Is we need to gather ourselves out here. You can do it with this lot. Let this slot go like so. 2s and 3s. 3s keep your combat off. 2s, you're fine as you are.
The tide is in.
We'll get ready.
Night will fall. As the temperature drops outside.
Okay. what we're going to do is we need to wait for the narrator to talk about the hermit crabs. As soon as the narrator talks about the hermit crabs, these tiger beetles disappear, and you have an opportunity to come and grab all this food. You've got to ensure that your combat is off, your food is on. Oh my god, you things are terrifying. Yeah, so here comes the hermit crabs, but you've got to wait for the narrator to start talking. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Overground, nocturnal hermit crabs. Yep, that is what we're after. So you see how we turn this off, because this prevents this guy here from coming and attacking us. Okay, that'll do. Now you're going to get yourself in here. What I like to do is cut off these little corners here, because they're going to be important, and you can cut this off here. What I'm going to do is we're going to punch numbers of our ants, ensuring that we get a good group going. Right, combat is on now. You flick combat on, you should be able to overwhelm these two quite quickly, because they're only the little babies. And then as soon as we do that, what we want to do is we want to be opening this pocket right here, you see. So ensure this gets to a good stage, which I think it is, because you're going to get yourself right down here in a second. Yeah, here they come. There we go. So that was pretty good timing. Ensure you gather yourselves up. Go. So our gunners will mob our way through all of this, but this gains us a shitload of food just from this area of the nest here. There you go. Like so. That is wonderful. So now we've managed to grab a good wad of food, and we can keep pumping our numbers. You want to keep getting your numbers up. Really want to be pushing quite hard here for the night, because here comes the next three. This is absolutely fine. There we go. We'll just do it like that. Okay, I think that's enough. Right. Get ourselves back here. I'm going to flick my combat off so that my food lot drop this off and get back to their position. There we go. And now we can start working on some upgrades, and you will need the upgrades. I'll do a second upgrade here. Right. 2s and 3s. Combat on, combat on. Here we go. So this is going great. So far, so good. You've got to ensure that you do have a good amount of stockpile in the nest. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up. You want to make sure that your nest group does not have their combat on. Okay, so this went really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to be very, very, very aggressive and keep going. So we're going to run everybody over to here and throw an upgrade down. We should be able to clear this pocket here. There we go. Flick your combat on. Take your food off. Just for the second. Right, here comes the gunners. Oh, we've overwhelmed it. Okay, we're good to go. Now we flick combat. Now we flick food on. We want to just grab a nice handful of this food again. Probably not going to spend it on any upgrades. Wait for this to reappear. As soon as this reappears, we need to be getting our. Yep, there we go. Here they come. Okay, this is the moment of truth. This is the bit that stings. How much food have we got here? I don't think I'm going to have enough to cover all this loss-wise. So what we're going to do is turn our combat off. Yeah, get back here. What are you doing? Okay, this is stupid. Alright. Come back here. Yeah, everybody. Right. Now we go. Now we go. Now we go. Combat on, combat on. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Guns should start rinsing their way through this. We have more than enough food to cover this. We've got plenty of troops. And we've stood our guys behind the queen a little bit so that we can overwhelm. Now that we've managed to get a couple of those upgrades done, we should be in really good stead for the rest of this game. And we should melt our way through most of this problem quite quickly. Things are going quite well here, I think, in my professional opinion. Look at this. Look at this. Goodbye. Goodbye. Right, we've only got one left. There we go. So this is because of the upgrades that we managed to do to our ants, but also the aggressiveness that we did early on is what helps us. Now, don't get me wrong. This is tough. You can and will have to restart from certain, sort of problems, issues that arise. What we are going to do is quickly gather all this food, because this is going to help us with respawns, things like that. Right. Okay. You see these little bits on the mini-map here. This is where you're going to get yourself outside. You need to do this nice and quick. Okay. And you could probably bring your nest group with you. You want to turn combat and food off of both groups, okay? I know how I'm operating them as groups 2 and 3, but this is fine, okay? Then what we're going to do here is I like to just draw, because you're never going to upgrade these workers, so just give ourselves a few more workers inside the nest, okay? We're going to wait for this water to drop. As soon as this water level drops, like so, we're running up the beach. And the reason why we're taking food off is so that we don't gather this food here. We're going to run here with absolutely everybody. This giant mass that we've got here. We're going to run them all the way up. And then, as soon as we get to here, we should be perfect to get everybody going. Right, ready? And then flick your food on. Like this. And you see this giant... Look, we've just taken all of this food. Fantastic. Fantan-dabby-dozy. Okay. Just ensure that we gather from this area as well. But you see how we seized all this food before the ants get here? This is essentially free food, because we're not going to be competing for this. However, what we are going to do is get ourselves set up to here. We are going to make a little lodge out here, put our workers to work, kind of in their job description. We're going to set ourselves up like so, because what we're going to do is make a second group that's going to assist in clearing the nest. Okay? That is the purpose behind doing it this way. Well, we had that much food that I can spend a whole host, which is fantastic for us. Right, ensure everybody's gathered up. Okay, what we're going to do, get ourselves down the nest. Combat is off, food is on. Okay?
The battle has begun.
Because what I can do in the meantime is I could set this group here, just this little group. They can just gather this last of this little bits of food here. And that should be fine. But we're going to be using them to clear the nest, along with some melee ants. You are going to take melee ants on this day. Okay. What we're going to do... Combat on. Just going to kill these beetles. Okay, every beetle here is going to die. Okay, so what we're going to do is I like to leave group 3 on its own. It should be fine. Group 2 are now going to continue to gather food. Their combat is off. Group 3 stays here. No food gather. We should be able to overwhelm this. Go. Like so. And there you are. You now have access to food all down the beach. Ensure your combat is off, but you now have access to food right down here. And food right down here. You will have to keep an eye out, because this ant colony here will be coming to gather the fish. And you're not going to compete with them over it. You can. You can. If you have the numbers and you think you're able to. Personally, I just feel like it's always a net loss. So I never truly bother. Okay. That has been gathered up there. Excellent. Muy bien. I'm going to take a couple more. And that should do... Yeah, I think 10 gunners should be enough. What you can set is you can actually make sure your combat's off on your gunners, and you can have them just gathering from here whilst you're using your other group to do a lot of the spade work here. You see how we get this conga line going? This isn't great, by the way, because your ants tend to get picked off. Okay. I'm going to make a couple of melee ants. Again, our workers are serving their purpose. They are gathering from down the beach nice and cheaply. We've got these gunners here gathering wonderfully well. We've got these melee wood ants here, again, who are just there to support what is going on. Alrighty. So what I tend to do is, because of how this starts to snowball for the fish, what I tend to do is, once we've gathered pretty much all of this, I like to come here and grab this food. So we've gathered the two groups up here. You gather the one group down here, and yeah, we've had a little poke at this. But what I like to do is I like to come up here and try and grab this food quickly. Quickly. Before this snowballs into like a huge problem. Now we are taking losses doing this, and you see how this is starting to group up? Okay, that is our sign to get the hell out of here. Right. Leave, just leave. Okay. What we can do is we can actually take this on. Alright, I think that should be enough. What we're going to do is going to ensure that we have some extra food tiles. That's lovely. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take food off everybody. And come here. We have 105 food, you see. So this should be more than enough. Our workers are going to be distractions. Our gunners are going to melt absolutely everything, okay? So come here. Yeah, just bait this over. Here we go. Okay. We just need to wait for the big one to come over. Right, gather ourselves up. Yep, here comes another little one. And a big one. Here we go. There we go. So we melt that one. We're going to absolutely melt this one. Yes, we're taking losses. No, it does not matter, because we are awesome, and they are not. Okay. Go. That one's gone. This one's gone. Early aggression wins the day. Now we just completely gather food. Ensure your combat is off. Just leave food gather on. You can now gather all of this. And you see the tide's coming in. This is wonderful timing. We were going to do all the nest clearing, but, you know, it's here now. It's happened. So what we can do is we will open up areas of the nest. I'm going to make sure that control group 1... is here, because what we're going to do is we're going to get digging. I do want to clear some areas of the nest, and the reason being is it just gives us access to a bunch of food. We will get rid of this one here as well. Come on, just the last bit. There's food right in front of you. Pick it up. Food stores are full. Oh my word, what an amazing problem to have. Okay. That's enough. We don't need to fuck around too much. What we can do is we can come up here and grab this. We have our group here. And we win these. Alright, we've got to ensure that combat's on. Do not forget to turn combat on. I have done that quite a few times. Do not forget to turn combat on. It will cause you issues. Okay. Our gunners are melting through this problem. Fantastically well, I mean. There we go, and we're going to be able to grab all of this. The tide is going to rise and kill all these guys. Let's sit and watch that. Dead. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stick ones here. 3s are going to come here, because we're going to open this area of the nest as well. What I want to be doing is I want to be upgrading our food store. And we're going to be upgrading, prioritizing tier 3 gunners. We've gone with numbers now. That's good enough for us. Alright.
There are intruders in the nest.
What are we doing? Why are we... What the fuck? Okay, we're going to grab all this food here. It's not ideal, but it's fine. We have time, okay? We have time. Right, 3s are coming here. I'm going to take your food off just so that you all stand where you're supposed to. We've got this large group of workers going to be gathering from the far reaches of the nest. And we're going to ensure that this group stays here. Focusing on those tier 3 upgrades, because we're going to need them. Go. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Ooh, that's painful. There we go. Okay, that works.
Creature roaming the sands tonight. Arctosa parita, the sand
Okay.
bear wolf spider. In the day, these spiders retreats to the shade provided by larger plants on the edge of the beach. But once the sun has gone, they are far more active and on the hunt for a midnight feast.
Okay, what I like to do is I like to gather everybody in an area of the nest, because if you stand in the middle, you tend to get all your ants picked off really, 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 really quickly. And that sucks. So pick an area of the nest to stand in. I'm just going to do this one down here as a demonstration. Let's open that path up. I never really upgrade these melee ants. Go. There we go. Also, probably a good time to not have food gather on, because otherwise the ants get to, the spiders get to run right around your base. You can flick it back on now. 3s come here. We're going to open these. Swap this around, actually. Okay. Just want to clear another little area here.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae
There we go.
must be protected.
And there we go. Take food off. I don't need your food on. I need your combat on. Okay. Wonderful. Alright, that looks like good enough. Okay, what we're going to do is get ourselves back over. Make sure everybody gets gathered back up. So we're gathering food from inside the nest as the night is going on, you see. And we've got these last 2 groups to clear. And just because of the spiders and how fast they are, that's why we're worried about how quickly they're going to come in. So, let's keep it rocking and rolling. Things are going really well. It's pretty good attempt. But yeah, it took me some time to figure this back out. It's been a while. I actually had to look at my own guide. The link will be in the description for the guide if you want a short form version of this. But yeah. So we're going to have another wave, a second wave, and that's going to be absolutely fine. Here they come. Only 4 this time. Alright, it should be fine here.
Spider has entered the nest. This one is large,
Okay.
fast, and voracious.
Now we're coming out.
Ants must protect the queen.
Yeah, you see how they absolutely muller off your workers really quickly? There we go. Okay, what we're going to do is we just need to get the last of the group in here. So we're going to open these 2 pockets up. That should be good enough. We can deal with this one at a later time. This one isn't a priority nor a rush. Okay, and then we're going to get rocking to day 3, which is when we're going to be murdering absolutely every single tiger beetle that exists on these flats. Kill all this, kill this. Come over here, murder this for me, please. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so that's all gathered up. Wonderful. We're going to gather from up here. I'll just leave these workers together inside the nest. It should be absolutely fine. Right. Time to get ready. What you can do is you can make a little hole here. It just allows your ants to get in and around quickly. We're going to throw more upgrades and finish tier 3ing 1 group. And that should be it. Here comes the horde. So this is why I like to gather everybody up, because we're going to get picked off here. There we go. Right. Now we go. Now we go. Now we push. Now we push. Okay. And our tier 3s overwhelmed this. So if we'd have stood in the middle, we probably would have got picked off here. But instead, what has happened now is we have overwhelmed the enemy, and we have won. Okay? So, this is all well and good. What we need to do is I will buy these workers now. No, sorry, these melee ants now. Have a stack of 19. That's going to assist us. It will assist us in the chaos and happenstances that will occur. We can get this lot gathering from here. I'm going to ensure that this lot stay where they are. What we're going to do is just start focusing on the next batch of upgrades. And then as soon as you start seeing the little bits start to form, we're going to get ourselves up and out the nest. You don't want to stand outside the nest. You can. I personally don't like to. You can stand outside the nest early, but you tend to attract hermit crabs over and take undue losses. No, the colony's not starving, you silly sausages. Why would they be starving? Okay. There we go. That's all gathered. But yeah, we're going to absolutely murder all this stuff. What we're going to do is your combat zone. Okay. This will do. Because what I can do is can have this group here, just wishy-washy gathering. Okay. The little bit's formed. We're going to get ourselves outside. We're going to ensure that combat and food are off of both groups. Just ensure combat and food is off both groups again, because you're going to run up here and grab all this food, yeah? You know the drill by now. Now we have that many ants at the minute that we should be able to grab all of this and this probably at the same time. But we'll see. There we go. Get ourselves out there. Let's go. Let's run, 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 run.
As the sun rises over a new day,
so now we're going to kill every single tiger beetle on this beach. We're going to absolutely annihilate them. I'm talking these ones up here. I'm talking this shit down here. All of this again. Like, we are going to absolutely smash the teeth in. Okay? Right. Food on. Lovely. And the group that's coming back is going to just be able to gather a nice handful, because we can come and grab the last of this stuff later. That's absolutely not a problem. Okay, and you know the drill. We're going to get ourselves down here and gather up. We can kill all this lot off as well. We're just going to commit basically tiger beetle genocide. Okay. I'm going to do some upgrades, and we're going to spend on your tier 3s, because they're the ones that really do the damage for your gunners. Tier 3 gunners do all the damage. Okay? 1,000 food is more than enough for the night. You should be fine with that. These lot have nearly finished gathering, then they can come up here and grab this stuff. But yeah, you want to be clearing the nest and above ground simultaneously. Okay? So, just make sure that we've got a good group of us all gathered up here. Okay, and then sound yourself out here. Like, hi, how are you? Shall we see if we can go kill this? I don't think I've ever done that. Let's do this. It's probably not the best time to be doing it, but anyhow. We got to come down and kill these tiger beetles anyway, so it's fine. Go, go, go. What are you doing? Why are you not here? Oh my word. This isn't good. Cool, that's that one dead. We're gonna come over here. Hey, hey, buddy. Come here. Come here, little asshole. He's like, no, run away. Leave me alone. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving and grooving. Yeah, I've never killed this spider, so I wonder if we'll get an achievement for doing it. Ready? Hi, how are you? Hey, buddy. Oh, wow, you have a cool little ability as well. Oh, look at that venom damage. Oh, my word. Wow, you are terrifying. Okay, but you're dead now. Oh, and you give me 220 food. Okay, I like that. I like that. We like that. We like that a lot. That was actually worth it for the losses that we took. Okay, ensure that combat is off now. Just whilst we're gathering here, we should be able to get a good amount off of this. I've got to keep focusing on the upgrades, of course. We have more than enough melees for the night. We really do. Okay, we've gathered that spider. That's wonderful. Apparently no achievement for that. That's a surprise. Okay. What I'm going to do then is set ones to gather from up here. We're really not bumping into, like, this. This is annoying, but yeah, let me just we'll just clear this. There we go. Let's gather the food again. Fine. Look at this. Look at how much food we're gathering and how quickly we're doing it. This is wonderful, okay? You don't necessarily have to come and grab this lot. I personally like to grab up here, and you can actually force your way up to grab this group up here. Find it a lot more, a lot better to do that. Alright, there's only measly portions of food here, so what we're going to do is reset ourselves up this way. This lot might as well get back into there right now. There we go. Upgrades are going strong. Oh my word. Why did you, what? Huh? I'm only turning this on because of how ridiculous this is. Go away. Yeah, so this is just slowing us down, so what we need to do is ignore this crap. Alright, ready? Okay. We're going to flick combat on. We're going to take food off. I want to run past this first group here and try to grab a whole host of this shit. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right, ready? Flick combat off. Because that'll do. Flick combat off. Get ready to rock and roll. And food on. Food on. Thank you very much for all that food. Yum, 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 yum. That we have gathered. That's completely ignoring the enemy. Here, we just kill these guys. There we go. Okay. That wave is done. What I'm going to do is... No, we're going to leave that till later. That's absolutely no problem. I was going to try and clear that early, but that is just wasting time. Here comes the tide. Okay, so we've got those first two segments are pretty much, you know, done. We managed to gather a lot of food doing this. So we reset ourselves up here. We're going to finish off the last of these upgrades. That is wonderful. Good to go. Right, now we need to be getting ourselves down here. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. We should be able to overwhelm this shit pretty quickly. Kill it. Kill it. Why are my melee ants not here? Okay. Here we go. Okay, come here. Yep. Look at this. Look, you're just melting everything now. Which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want, you little bastard. Come here. Come here, you fuck. There we go. There we go. Food is now on, okay? So we've flicked food on. We're going to grab all of this from here, from down the beach. And what I'm going to do is turn combat off now because we can just ignore all this crap. Tide's rising. It's going to kill that line there. This is absolutely fine. I tend to lean on... You got to be flexible because I couldn't come down and grab all that stuff, but we did grab this big area here. We grabbed a ton of food from there. We had our earlier start, which was good. We should be able to grab all this without problem. Like, we should be fine. The hard part of this day, again, comes with the spiders, okay? And what I'm thinking is we could do with another lot, honestly, of ranged. So we're going to do that. I'm going to open this up for another unit of ranged ants. Whether we tier 3 them or not doesn't matter. The idea is just to grab the food. Now we could clear these out for this extra pocket of food. Probably not going to. Probably just going to open this lot up here to kill all this crap off, okay? Oh, make sure that's a speed tile there, just in case we do end up upgrading stuff. There we go. We've got a nice, healthy bunch of food in here. This is great. Okay, that's enough. Tide's rising again. Okay, so now the tide's coming into here. What we're going to do, we are going to clear this part of the nest. Get ourselves over here ASAP. If we don't buy all of this, it's fine. But we do need reserves of food, and we absolutely can kill whatever's in here. Okay.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Oh shit, I forgot to turn combat on. See, don't forget to do that. Dear, that was silly of me. Alright, well, you know. Live and learn from my mistake, people. Remember to turn combat on. And here we go. Here we go. Food is on, stuff is gathered. Right, we're just going to hold pretty much all this food because the spoods are going to come in. We're going to stand our lot right in here because this is like connecting a couple of the sort of cells. Apparently you can put speed tiles down which confuse the spiders' sort of movement and such, but I've never tried it. I tend to just like hogging myself in one corner. You guys, yeah, you're absolutely off of this. What we can do is we will spend a bit of food. Like that. That'll do. Okay. Should be more than enough. Right, here comes every spider and its mum.
A wolf spider.
God, these things are fucking horrible. Okay. We're going to ensure that your food is off. Of course. Okay. There we go. These are painful, but they do give us a lot of food. Right, now we move ourselves back down. Okay, and we run our way back down. We're just going to finish the last of this crap off. Oh, this is a trouble. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Okay, let's grab all of this now. This makes up for the losses. Pretty much just holding out for the end of this. You guys should be fine with what you're doing. It is good to keep this group in here. Yes, you kind of use them as combat troops against the spiders, but they kind of stay out of the way of this lot dying. I'm gonna do this. Do that. I think that's more than enough food gathered there. Yeah. To cover. Yeah. Let me get a couple of more upgrades down, which is good. What I'm gonna do is, because this stuff is all upgraded, we're going to try and attract the spiders. In fact, what we can do... Okay. What we're going to do is do something silly like this, just as a test, but we are going to stand all of our troops here. Right, here comes this wave of hermit crabs, okay? They are not... They are troublesome, but you need to clear them quickly. And the reason why you need to clear them quickly, take food off, take combat off, just gather everybody up here.
More hermit crabs
Right.
have found
Okay, the reason why we need to clear these quickly is because these motherfuckers, combat on, are just a huge, they're so tough, okay? No. Our gunners will overwhelm their resuscitability, but the amount of enemies that come in is fucking ridiculous, okay? Look at this. Look at the state of this. You see this crap? We are overwhelming them bit by bit. And this is good. I think because of the numbers that we have, this is actually working out really well. Okay, this lot down here are gone. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, you needed to clear these before because of the amount that we've got. We've done great. Okay, grab that food. Grab that food. We need to grab all of this food. This food needs to be put to good use. Honestly, yeah, we're just gonna spend it. And we need the upgrades, basically. Is all I'm thinking. So really, it's the spiders destroy your egg planting ability more so than your than anything else. Right. Okay. Yeah, this lot are gonna stay here. Yeah. So here comes the spiders. Yeah. You got the big bitch and the little queen ability. We want to kill that. We want to ensure that food is off. Make sure your food is off. Oh. Alright, she's dead. The little spiders are fine. Okay, now we need to work our way back down. Okay. Yeah, we need to work our way back down. Target the bitch. Target Queen Bitch here. There we go. That is it. That is it. We've done it. The rest of these spiders can, you know, they'll die really easily. You see how they pick off your workers really quickly. Oh, so there you go. That is how I play it. You see the aggression. You see the steps that we took there. As this little spider is just being a nuisance. There we go. So now we've killed all this stuff, you can quite literally stand your ground outside. That is it. That is it. That is mission complete. But you see how aggressive I was. We've got to get down. The early start, getting down there, is really important for you. Like, we could just sit and do silly shit like this now. Like, I mean, look, this large thing is not going to recover because we killed him that quick. Like, this stuff will not heal now. We are that good. We've just got, like, we've reached that threshold on that point. But go down the beach, grab that stuff. Ensure to grab other things. Remain flexible and don't worry about a restart. It's impossible difficulty. It's hard. If early on you're getting absolutely crunked by those horrible tiger beetles down there, you saw how they chased me around. Don't worry. It's just part of the game. Take another chance. Go again. You got this. We believe. I believe. You guys can win. There you go. Okay. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful. This was at a request, and you know, I finally managed to get around to bloody doing it. It's like a couple of days later than I would have liked, but hey ho. But thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.